the Minister responsible for Women and Gender Equality.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, today marks the second anniversary of the final report of the inquiry into missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, an occasion made even more somber by the discovery of the remains of 215 Indigenous children at a residential school in British Columbia. This discovery has deeply impacted us all. Earlier today, the federal government launched the National Action Plan to address racism and the disproportionate levels of violence against Indigenous women and girls and 2S LGBTQIA+ individuals across Canada. Since the release of the National Inquiry's first report, we have been working with our federal, provincial, and territorial colleagues to develop the National Action Plan and remain committed to continuing this work going forward. On the local level, we will now focus our work on talking with Indigenous peoples in Newfoundland and Labrador to address the calls for justice from a provincial perspective. While our continued work with our colleagues across the country is important, our priority remains the safety and well-being of Indigenous women, girls, and 2S LGBTQIA+ individuals in Newfoundland and Labrador. Mr. Speaker, I ask all honourable members to join with me today in honouring the strength and resilience of Indigenous women and girls and 2S LGBTQIA+ individuals in our province and across the country. I ask you all to commit to being part of the change needed to ensure these individuals live in a province free from fear of violence and discrimination. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.